Hello, YouTubers and all those who graciously watch. Today we're talking about the Onlive device. Now this device has been in development for quite a few years now. And it offers a lot of interesting aspects. Now of course this is a beta stage of this product, but nonetheless it's streaming and working so far pretty good. Again, I'm using the arena aspect of this right now. The arena is something you can watch people stream games live. So if you're into that type of thing, you can walk on the service and just look at gameplay footage for certain games out there. For example, this is Frontlines, which has been across multiple platforms. Most of these games as well featured on this service will be, mostly PC exclusives, and mostly games that have been on most consoles, but at the same time have been, just out there nonetheless. Now, the cool thing again I like about this service so far is about the expression to it. I mean, it's an interesting idea. Yes, a lot of companies are trying to push towards more of control of their money as well as their products, so that's why they're developing more DLC out there. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of flaws behind it. There's a lot. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the DMC and all that, but nonetheless, I see where the companies come from with this to a point, so I respect it nonetheless. So, alright, what's the controls, you ask, with this? Do you have some special gamepad? Do you have a control scheme where you have to follow with? Well, yes and no. One of the aspects of this is quite interesting too, is that you can use a gamepad that they provide with you. You can use an Xbox 360 gamepad with your console, which is they give you this $100 device which you can use to stream this service off your HD TVs or TVs in general. Now again, another thing about this too which is interesting is, it gives you easy access to most of these games on the fly, which I think is quite cool. I mean, if GameFly can do something like this, I think with their product, with offering this service on this Onlive, I think that'd be quite interesting and endeaving as well as an interesting part of the service. Now, as you can see right here, I am also streaming this game, or I'm also playing this game on the fly. I'm using an Xbox 360 controller off a computer, just so I could see how the controls and how the latency and everything works together. And I gotta say, I didn't see or experience really any problems. I mean, with the controls, everything was responsive. Even with the keyboard and mouse as well. I've tried that keyboard and mouse previously too. It works. Even on, if the computer is like clunky, if you have a 3 megabit connection, you should be able to handle this product no problem. I mean, again, this service is free to try out. There's no hidden fees, no, you gotta like sign your spleen over to science just so you can try this product out. They give you the opportunity to try a couple games out on the fly. I mean, you don't really have anything to lose if you have a good connection. I mean, if you have a bad connection, it isn't great for you. I mean, it would not work too well. Which again, that'd be a lot of disappointment behind this product. Now the selection of games is pretty well received. Another problem though I see with that, I mean, most of these games are great and everything. I think they're all fantastic device inducers, but however, there's a problem with that. I mean, most of these games nowadays are pretty much down to $5, $10, $15, and most of these games are still labeled at 30 to 50 on this service. Now, if this service does go, belly up, you can see this as a problem. If you spent, at least $150 on this, and that could post as a problem or a nuisance. I know a lot of people, however, on the other hand, love, and I do mean love, rental services. They just like to play games, beat them, and just move on, and just so that way they can experience it that way, and they don't necessarily like to have it in their collection, not quite like everybody else. Do I see this as being something essential for that? Yeah. I think this is actually pretty cool. If you go to a hotel that has like a 3 megabit plus connection service, and they have and though they don't have an HD TV, you could be in a little bit of trouble there, but nonetheless, I just think that it's worth checking out. I mean, to me so far, there's a couple goods and bads about this. Mostly some of the goods balance out, really. I mean, the gameplay is smooth, most games. I played Assassin's Creed 2 with this, and it was smooth. There's a couple chippy bits here and there, but that's mostly because of my connection on my end. But I mean, yeah, you can see the product before you. Everything, it's accessible. There's a lot of, again, you can just access things on the fly. You can go off and, check out brag clips, which this is also quite cool as well. you can pre-record like little clippets of bits of games that you say. For example, you did something that's worth bragging about, like you just killed somebody through this. Let's say, for example, Unreal Tournament 3 on here. Let's say you did something really cool, like you just ganked this guy. You could do that pretty much and record it on here, and later on show it to other friends as well, as it will just be on here generally for the public people to check out. There's also things from like Just Cause 2 and all that stuff on here, as you can see. But again, it shows off your gaming skill. It's sort of like a YouTube in a loose base, but either way, I really enjoy this product, and I hope to see it do some success out there in the world. Again, one of the cool things I think, though, that most people might enjoy about this is that if you are a 360 nut, you own a 360 controller, but you're traveling and don't want to bring around, your 360 console. This will not connect to your Xbox 360 account by any means whatsoever, but if you have a wired Xbox controller, it will work with this service 100%. Which I think is not too shabby. I mean, as for the PS3 controller, don't hold me to that one yet. I don't think that's going to work on this service yet. But I mean, again, $10 a month to try out and stream all these games infinitely. I don't think that's a bad investment if you're a type of gamer that likes to play games and after you're done with them, don't want to quite have them in your collection.
On a closing note,
But I mean, other than that, guys,
my brother
is moving over to onliairtv.com. He's been planning this for a while. However, he just hasn't had the time to make a video properly. So please follow him over. His username is Viper231 up on onliairtv.com. I'll provide a link in the description as well on this video. So, as you guys can see, the service speaks for itself. It's interesting, it's new. I mean, there's a lot of companies are going to be pushing this or backing it up, so it's at least worth a check. I mean, if you don't like it, I don't think it's going to be held to you just to try out a couple games on this, on your computer, on your free time. So, I mean, other than that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, check me out for more videos. Take care, everybody.